Joining me inside the War Room is Brent Schulkin. He's the founder of the Carrotmob website. Now, you might ask, why carrot? Because Brent's organization provides carrots, not sticks, to drive customers to small businesses with guarantees that their money is going to go to socially responsible improvements. Basically, instead of boycott, think boycott. So, Brent, welcome inside the War Room.
Thank you, Governor. It's good to be here.
You bet. So, explain the carrot approach.
Yes, well, basically, the Carrotmob is about letting people influence businesses by making purchases as a group. Because if you look at what drives decision-making for businesses, frequently it's the bottom line, and every business has things that they love to do, but, you know, is it financially viable? So what we do is we say, let's get a big group of people together, go to a business and say, okay, here's what we want you to do. If you take this action, we'll all spend money to reward you.
So give me a specific example.
Well, I'll tell you how it started. So I came up with this idea and did a campaign several years ago. The first campaign was in San Francisco. And I went to a number of small grocery stores here in San Francisco. And at each one, I sort of identified who was willing to make the strongest environmental commitment. And then once this one store was signed on, I said, okay, I'm going to bring hundreds of people. So we brought this line around the block on one day at this little grocery store, and we spent thousands of dollars. People just, buying whatever they want. It was a huge party. And in return, they said, okay, we're going to take X% of this money you spent and spend it on retrofitting our business to be more energy efficient, environmentally friendly. So they got all new lights.
And so how did you get the word out? Just through email? I mean, how did you let people know? Well, how did the mob come to the grocery store?
In the early days, it was just the idea was so sticky. People said, well, of course, we've been boycotting, we've been protesting, we've been attacking these businesses, and we haven't solved our problems. Let's try just working with them in this way. And the idea, people just said, I want to do that. Of course, I'm going to buy groceries anyway. Might as well.
So, but now how do you get the word out? Do people just Google Carrotmob? I mean,
well, what's happened is, since that first campaign a few years ago, we've grown to this global movement. We've had over 200 campaigns in small businesses around the world. Ice cream parlor in Mexico City, a grocery store in Bangkok, a bar, wherever.
How do you find them?
Well, they find us because people say, this is just community leaders and small NGOs and schools, and they say, we want to reward a business in our community. So they've all joined into this sort of global movement.
All right, so you started small. Are you going big at all?
That's exactly what we're doing. I mean, we love the small business angle. It's great.
Yeah.
But we think, why not take the same idea that everyone loves and apply it to some of the biggest companies in the world? So the idea that we're doing today, we are launching our first ever campaign to focus on a larger business and start tiptoeing up to the biggest businesses in the world. So what it is we've got a deal with a company called Thanksgiving Coffee. And the deal is, if we can spend $150,000, all of us as a mob, on buying coffee from their website, then they agree they
Thanksgiving Coffee?
Yeah. So you can go to carrotmob.org/Thanksgiving and find it. And they will commit to attempting to be the first coffee company in modern times to ship their coffee on a sail-powered vessel instead of a oil-powered container ship.
Oh, to try to get off of oil, to try to minimize the use. Wait, they're going to sail coffee?
Yeah. Well, they're setting out on this.
Isn't that a little expensive?
Well,
And how long is that going to take for me to get my coffee? I need my coffee right away when I need it.
Well, you will, you can go sign up, get your monthly subscription, you'll be all set, lots of coffee. But yeah, I mean, this is something, there's a few small businesses that have pioneered sailing. This is the first coffee company to do it. So
I love it. I totally love it.
But the question
Grassroots, bottom up. I'm sorry, Brent, they're telling me I got to go, but I'm loving the fact that you are taking change and seizing it and becoming the change you want to be.
Well, let's all buy some coffee.
All right, Brent. Carrotmob.org. You can find more about Carrotmob on our website as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Head on over to current.com/thewarroom to find a link to their website and details on their other successful campaigns.